car, Randy Nygaard, front wing stands coming down on that machine. Keep your eye on that. Now you've got a battle for second as the white flag comes out. 1 lap to go. Danny Wood to the high side of Brent Kading into turn number 2. Your battle for second. Wood to the high side. Kading comes back on the bottom. Troy Grace down the back chute. Off turn number 4. Here comes the checkered flag. Your winner, Travis Whitney.
Joe Gertie, Peter Murphy, and Brooke Tetnell. Picking it up now for 10 laps. Doug Clark looks him over. He's got the green in his hand. Looking good. Wide open we go. Topside, Skip Jackson. Skip Jackson and Trevor Green down the back straightaway. Watch it. Brooke Tetnell coming to the inside. Started last. Now Tetnell up into 4th. Skip Jackson away in front. Well, Danny Smith and Joe Gertie having a tough time with 4 Aussies up in front of them. Right now, Skip Jackson running away. Gary Brazier, Brooke Tetnell. Trevor Green drops back into 4th place. Joe Gertie has dropped all the way back to the rear of the field. Skip Jackson once again. Peter Murphy not having a lot of luck with the Randy Martin car, running in the last spot. Joe Gertie ahead of him. The 4 of Trevor Green running in that 5th spot. Skip Jackson maintains the lead. Gary Brazier. Brooke Tetnell running 3rd. Danny Smith is 4th. As they spread out around the speedway. Race fans, you can look for Skip Jackson to be tough in the rest of the program. Halfway. Skip Jackson maintaining a big lead well out in front. Gary Brazier not able to close the distance. Brooke Tetnell running 3rd. Danny Smith is 4th. Joe Gertie 5th. Trevor Green back in that 6th spot. Peter Murphy up on the outside. Trevor Green going to the rear. Skip Jackson. The white flag will be coming out next time around for Skip Jackson. Next time. One to go, and they've surrounded the racetrack. Down with a checkered flag this time, that 55 J&J Enterprise car. Skip Jackson heading for the championship.
Pulling in on the back straightaway. Gerald Slinkard and Chris Walraven sitting in row number 1. Todd Wessels and Mark Schmeiser, row number 2. Getting set to go as we make our way toward turn number 4. We're green for your Amoco C main event. Knoxville's Chris Walraven. Look out, Mark Schmeiser! Donnie Gaden and Mark Schmeiser. We're getting set to go one more time with the Amoco C main. Chris Walraven showing the way into turn number 2. Look at him go, 2 and 3 wide. Here comes Slinker now into the 2nd spot. Todd Wessels running in the 3rd spot. Here comes the Dan the Sonic Man. Dan Oswald. Oswald now runs into that 4th spot, getting a good run down the back chute. Takes a look at Slinkard into turn number 3. Also, Nygaard now getting into the game, runs a low line of the speedway. Chris Walraven, Dennison and Associates. 3M 56 brings it off turn number 2, your race leader. Racing for position. Now 5, 6, 7, 8 spots. Nygaard now goes to the bottom side into side-by-side racing for the 4th spot. Nygaard and Slinkard side by side. Now Nygaard gets to the run on the low line of the speedway, slides it up in front. Moves it to the middle of the track down the front chute. This time by, Norm brings out the halfway. Halfway for your leader, Chris Walraven. Todd Wessels running in the 2nd spot, Dan Oswald 3rd, Nygaard. Shane Stewart, Gerald Slinkard. Todd Wessels trying to close in on Chris Walraven. Both cars run high up on the racetrack. Reeling him in now in turn number 2. Keep your eye up front. Todd Wessels in the yellow 97, closing on Chris Walraven. Wessels closing on Chris Walraven, who brings him down the back chute. Dan Oswald still runs the 3rd spot. Shane Stewart running 4th. 5th is Nygaard, then Randy Martin, and Gerald Slinkard. Also closing to Shane Stewart now on Dan Oswald. Your race for 3rd, side by side. Now they race single file. White flag this time around for Chris Walraven. Your race for the lead in turn number 2, side by side. Wessels to the bottom side of Walraven. Wheel to wheel down the back chute. Walraven on the high side. Look at him go side by side. This time the checkered flag will wave. Knoxville's Chris Walraven.
Arkansas. Alongside of him, that 97 of the youngster Aaron Berryhill. Crawley, the 1994 ASCS champion. Go green! Grabbing it quick on the inside, Jim Schaefer. Crawley comes out high on the outside, takes over 2nd. The race now for 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th. This is a Channel Lock Scrambles. The points are for how many cars you can pass. Berryhill takes back up into the 3rd spot. The 14 of Kevin Pilot drops back to 4th. Blevins on the outside. Lynch Jr. down low the inside. Can't get up by him. Crawley working on Tim Schaefer for the lead. Points in finishing position. Gives you a lineup spot in tomorrow night's C feature event. A 5-car race for 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th. Crawley down low to the inside, working on Schaefer, stays high. Now, Lynch Jr. gets him over high on the outside, takes over 5th place. Kevin Pilot, Tim Schaefer hangs on the lead. Tim Crawley falls back a little ways. The 97 of Aaron Berryhill. And Lynch Jr. takes over 4th, coming to the back of the field. He's looking at passing points. Tim Schaefer, Eric Berryhill, halfway point. Crawley having a problem after bouncing off the wall. Ed Lynch now running fourth. Tim Schaefer out by himself with Aaron Berryhill trying to close up. Crawley stays low to the bottom side. The most passing so far from Ed Lynch Jr. A Sitco 21 of Lance Blevins hanged on to that fifth spot. Kevin Pilot back now in the sixth spot. Now we're going to race for the lead. Aaron Berryhill closing on the leader. Tim Schaefer, Ed Lynch around the outside. Ed Lynch takes over second place. The race is for first. Berryhill. Tim Schaefer stays the top side. Berryhill comes down low, puts the slide up, goes to the top. Can't take the lead. Obvious problem with the 87 of Tim Crawley. Now Lance Blevins takes over fourth. Ed Lynch Jr. is on the move. This is a 12-lap Channel Lock C Scrambles. Ed Lynch Jr. the low side. Tim Schaefer, Aaron Berryhill. Ed Lynch takes over second place. Can he win this thing off of the back? White flag, one to go. One to go. Ed Lynch is going to go to win this one. I'll guarantee you he's come that far from the back to the front. Here he goes. Ed Lynch Jr. Now, this time with a checkered flag. Blevins takes over third. Berryhill spins it into fourth turn. Channel Lock C Scrambles from the back of the field to take that win. Apollo, Pennsylvania's Ed Lynch Jr.
Wadley taking a long look as they move to the white line. Sarah Fisher and Peter Murphy up in the RPMs, working on green flag. Let's take a long look as they work under the flag, standing to turn number one. Sarah Fisher, the youngster out of Commercial Point, Ohio, setting sail. And at 9F, Peter Murphy, the Australian, running second. The Californian Steve Coelho in third. And the South Dakotan Chad Riddell running in that fourth position. You watch him working off turn four. Running 4 or 5 grooves as they come off that fourth turn. A couple of bumping and pushing going on as they work turn number one. Sarah Fisher still setting the pace as she works off turn number 4 through the middle of the track up to the cushion. Here comes the 1S of Peter Murphy, the 6C of Coelho running in that third spot. Riddell running fourth. Moving on the bottom, the 5K of Kevin Whitworth. And the 7P of Kevin the Pup Huntley out of Bloomington, Indiana. Peter Murphy, now your leader as he works down the back chute. Sarah Fisher still running second. We'll tag 2 to the tail of the A. We'll tag 2 to the A. Sarah Fisher on the bubble as she works off turn 4 in this 12-lap B-main event. Coelho hooked up and hauling on the outside. Riddell still running in that fourth position, but the race will soon be between the white number 6 and the blue number 9 as they work down the back chute. Fisher a little bit loose as she came off turn 2. Coelho gaining a lot of ground. He drops to the bottom. Fisher runs through the middle of the raceway. Murphy still your leader in the 1S as he works turn number 1. Lap traffic soon becoming a factor in this B-main event. Riddell moving in on Coelho. Sarah Fisher gaining a little cushion as she works through the middle of turn 3. Coelho and Riddell both running on the high side as they work off turn number 4. They have a yellow flag. Ryan Jameson slowing. Over by the scoreboard. We'll go single file restart. Sarah Fisher inheriting the lead. Coelho running second. Riddell third. Kevin the Pup Huntley in that Peterbilt 7P running in that fourth position. We'll take a look at him. Norm Wadley looking. Everybody needs to go top side of the cone on the back chute. We're green and we're go. Sarah Fisher staying in the middle of the raceway, dropping down to the bottom. Coelho working hard on the cushion. Good momentum off the corner for Coelho. And Fisher side by side as they work into turn number 1. Ohio and California. Here comes South Dakota.